Hey guys, welcome yet again to another Showdown Sweep. I'm Mr. Lucky Luke, and today's one we got ourselves the Hisuin Typhlosion Sweep. Boy, this is finally it. We finally got to get ourselves the final Hisuin starter one. We got ourselves that one, and hope you can enjoy this one because this thing by far, I'm gonna say right here, is by far the worst starters to sweep with any other time. Like, I've been going through this set for this Pokemon and trying to get a cool sweep with this one. But sadly, it just doesn't look like it got the greatest move pull in order to get a sweep. So I tried a couple attempts, and yeah, it looks like this thing is not really a powerful sweeper as I was thought about. So let's go ahead and give it a look at this one. So first of all, this thing is a special attacker, and compared to the original one, which this one hits a little bit, actually has more 10 base, more special attack, and has 5 base speed less. So technically it hits a lot harder, but it's 5 speed slower than the original one. So in theory, technically would be the original would be better than the Hisuian one because it has a lot of few weaknesses. So technically, yes, Typhlosion is it's a pretty popular starter, but I just don't think it's really a good Pokemon to use as a sweeper. So for this one, I actually hold on. Did I even prepare for any of this? I'm pretty sure I didn't even prepare anything. But yeah, we pretty much for this one. This took me like a lot of attempts because I just really couldn't figure out a good strategy with this one. Since I was gonna think about something like a cool strategy with the Typhlosion and all, but I just couldn't look at the moves and see if there was like a combination and all. So I had to run right off the bat like a competitive set, and we actually was gonna try use it. It's one of its new move. A signature move, Infernal Parade, which is a ghost type move, which has 60 base power, 100% accuracy, and has a 20 base power. It does 30% burn, and 2 times if the target's already status. So technically, that means this one would have done double the damage if it is status conditions. So like, if you would prefer to put like Toxic Spice on the field, which actually will double the base power of Infernal Parade to like from 60 to 220 and all, but in general I just don't think it's still not that great because compared to its speed especially, it's not a fast one, and it's okay, but it's not a strong one in general. So I had to figure out a good combination using this strategy and try and go for some cool moves out with that. And yeah, it was a hard, difficult attempt, and I hope you enjoy this one. So, yeah, this battle went actually kind of strangely and weird enough. So, pretty much in this battle here, not this one here, this one is a different battle for a different video. And pretty much in this battle here, we actually went almost straight off the bat to this one, kind of. Now, this battle was just a random battle. I was versing against some random users and stuff. Like, I just really didn't find anything cool about using some of these strategies. Like, I just tried to just do this actual Typhlosion sweep right off the bat without even going for it. So, yeah. So we got a Gastrodon lead here with using a Water Pole and stuff. And I'm pretty much going to just swap my, go for my Kulava strategy using Defense Curl, Smoke Scream, and the Rollout strat. But sadly, the number is going to come in here and just Earth Power me. And, well, I managed to still live that one, that's for sure. But the rollout, who should have landed, actually missed, and that's going to go down from whatever the moves goes from, and it went for Earth Power, and I'm pretty sure I went straight to the Typhlosion-Hisui right now, if I'm not mistaken. No, I actually went for my Cyndaquil. So at this point right now, they're going to go for the Mystical Fire, and now I'm just going to have the perfect opportunity to swap in to the Hisuian Typhlosion after this one. So I hope you enjoyed this one. This one was crazy, and let's see if I can get this one in the first attempt. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed that one. Also, we had to actually do a little bit of a cut here between the battle. I'm pretty sure somewhere, maybe. I don't know. But basically, what happened is pretty much we got a salty rage quit, and we on between the middle of the battle, I was gonna upload, or between this part of the video, I actually had to cut off like halfway because there was currently a little bit of a something happening. So we're not gonna say anything what happened and just try this again and hope for the best. So we got a Houndstone here who's gonna come in there, who's also by the way shiny. And we got myself my Quilava lead here, but turns out this one's gonna have a Nautiplot Houndstone, which is like, hey, did you just use a hacked Grimstone? Grimstone. Grimstone? What does that mean? No, it's Houndstone. Grimstone! Oh my gosh, now I have made it some weird mods now coming up live, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so we got a Houndstone using Hyper Voice and stuff, which tells me that's definitely, my friends, a Zoroark-Hisuian, which is no way it cannot use, like, it does not learn any of these moves. Like, cannot learn Hyper Voice and all that stuff, or Nasty Plot or Agility. This is not working, okay? So we got actually this undisguised it, and now that's going to finish me off with a Hyper Voice after a miss from the first one. And I'm pretty much going to go for the Iron Head, trying to get like a little bit of a flinch, but it's going to fail. And now, people, it is time for the Hisuian Typhlosion sweep. Okay, you know what, guys? That battle was gonna... you know what, guys? That battle was clearly something was going on there with the showdown. I actually meant to live that one. But you know what, people? Let's get this actual sweep here. We have been getting too many fails and stuff, so let's see if we can get this one legitimately. So we have got too many fails now at the moment, so we're actually going to show you people the actual Hisuian Typhlosion sweep. guys enjoyed the Hisuin Typhlosion sweep there with a little bit of a fine, sweet rage quit on that one. Boy, this took me forever, and let me explain this Typhlosion-Hisui set there, and I'm going to count that one because I actually don't know what the opponent was really doing at the end of the third battle there. I actually just thought it was just like a misclick. Like, I saw their set and all, and like, bruh, I definitely could have lost that one because they could have clearly Dragon Claw me, but a little bit of an RNG and all that stuff, and I actually managed to get this one. So let me explain this move pull of this Typhlosion-Hisui set, and let me tell you the moves of this one. So first of all, I got really lucky at one part of this battle, and that was clearly on the Calyrex Shadow Rider. For this sweep here, I actually changed this Terra to a normal type in case you're versing any ghost types or any like some of the other coverage ones. You could give this one like a Terra Water for water, like for example like rock and ground types and stuff. But they were often to be just there, just annoying you anyways, because like you already have a pretty good team to anyways counter that. So while you're there, pretty much got set up, you're pretty much set to go for something else with a different Terra. So I kind of changed it to a normal type in case we reverse any more ghost types. And I actually did face a lot of ghost type during my showdown the in team. So I decided I would have changed my Terra to the Typhlosion to not a ghost type, but a normal type. So that's what I kind of changed things up a little bit. Now, this was a different set. So first of all, the original set I had this Typhlosion was a Citrus Fairy set, but I changed it to a weakness policy set because, well, there's a lot of people already going to use, that were using a lot of spam users, so I changed it to a weakness policy set because if they want to spam and all that stuff, then I might as well have something they like to spam about. So this one was clearly a competitive as well, so I had to run as sweepable as possible. So I have this one's max speed, max special attack with tip in nature because this thing is not a fast sweeper. So I had to figure out a way to get its more speed on it since it hits pretty good, but not as good with the speed. So I had to run tip in nature, most likely the best option. We got obviously weakness policy as the one, and I actually have this one's frisk. Not really any particular because both of the abilities are actually not that really great, but I gave it the frisk anyways because in case I want to see the opponent's item, which I think that was the I think I got to see at least a few of the mons their opponents having some random items and stuff, so I got to see some cool with them. We got Infernal Parade which we really kind of got to use a little bit during that start, but between the half of the battle it wasn't really much useful anyways because with base around 60 base power, it's pretty much quite actually useless since you're better off running like Shadow Ball and stuff since it's the best way anyways to run. So for this one, I definitely wanted to try use the Infernal Parade for this one. I also have Calm Mind for this one in case there's no weakness pulse user who wants to set up on me. We have Lava Plume for fire type and Extrasensory for coverage for fighting, poison, or pretty much those things. I mean, really, that's really it so far. And that's so far really it. I mean, I don't think there's anything bad besides this. So, of all the Hisuin Pokemon that have been using any sweeps with these sets, so far Hisuin Typhlosion takes the worst decision for me for picking. Because, I mean, I love the design and all, but the creativity of the stats and the moves and all that stuff, it just didn't really work that great in general. Like, there's too many coverage and too many counter against this thing because this was a lot of, like, being fire and ghost has huge amounts of counters like dark, ghost, ground, rock, fire for some reason, water, and I don't think there's anything else. That should be actually it. Yeah, really it. And technically there's actually normal type, but they're not exactly weak, but it's just immune to that. There's one way to immune type at least. So that's one way, and that's really it. So and if as long as you don't fight any of those Pokemon, you should be good to go. But I doubt this one is not that actually it's not gonna be really that much greater anyway. So as long as you have Toxic Spice on the field, you should be good to go with Infernal Parade. But other than that, I decided I wanted to do this one without it because, well, it could be a little bit more easier to do it, and I would love to do it, but it would have been fair for me to use it against the full Cyndaquil evolution team, which, by the way, check that one afterwards, or after this one, watching this, because that one was pretty lit. Alright, hope you enjoyed this one, and as always, stay lucky out there.